Williams rolls.
There we go again. They're not going to bring him down.
Andre Williams, touchdown. It's Williams again.
5 touchdowns. A day to remember for the senior.
A lot of NFL scouts are starting to learn his name.
Touchdown, Boston College. The A-Train has his 17th touchdown of the season.
The A-Train. Our next guest is a Heisman frontrunner who had his best season of his college career so far this year. We welcome Boston College running back Andre Williams to First Take. Andre, thank you so much for joining us. It's a pleasure to have you. Skip Bayless.
I've got to be careful here today. If I ask the wrong question, it might just stiff arm me right out of my chair.
We don't want to be bothered. And that's Stephen A. Smith.
What's going on, Dre? How you doing, my man?
All right, so
Stephen A., how you doing?
This is what I want to ask you. You now find yourself as a Heisman contender, a front runner, and you've had, again, rushed the most yards this year. How did you get to this point?
You know, I think with the help of my football family, I've been able to do something outstanding this year, you know, rushing for 2,100 yards. But, you know, I think there's a story within a story, a two-win team last year, a bowl-eligible 7-win team this year. You know, I've just been running behind a ferocious offensive line. You know, we were able to make a 5-man front into a 7-, 8-man front with the tight ends and the fullback, and you know, we've just been able to execute at a high level, even though the teams know it's coming.
So I can make a case that if last Saturday at Syracuse you had another monster game, one that raised eyebrows across the country, 200 yards, I don't know, 300 yards, you might have vaulted right into the middle of this race, given what was happening around the country. Yet you had a tough day at Syracuse. You banged up your shoulder, only 29 yards in the first half, and didn't get to play much of the second half. How big a blow do you feel like that was to even your long shot Heisman chances?
Well, you know, I think my biggest focus that day was just getting our 8th win. That's really what I'm sad about in that game. But, you know, we are bowl eligible. We're going to a bowl game, so we still have a chance for number 8, and I'm really just focused on recovering right now and getting to that game.
How is your health?
I'm all right. You know, it was a AC joint separation that I was dealing with since UNC, and, you know, it's just been
How many
agony.
games back? That was...
I think that was about 5 games back.
All right. Stephen A.
Dre, let me ask you this question. When you look at the kind of game that you bring to the table, I mean, you're averaging, what is it, 6.4 yards a carry, 2,112 yards. That's big-time stats, no doubt about it. But I got to ask you, when you look and you fantasize about going to the next level, your style of play, what you bring to the table as a running back, who do you look at and feel like you emulate to some degree?
It's a good question. You know, since my freshman year, people have been, you know, throwing my name around with Earl Campbell and Jim Brown, and I think I have a retro, old-school style of running. But my run inspiration has always been Adrian Peterson, but, you know, he's on a whole nother level. It's kind of hard to put myself in a box with him.
So
I'm wondering.
Go ahead, Stephen.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm wondering, as you look at today's game, the game that you're about to go into, meaning the next level, and you see some of these rules that have taken place, how the game has changed to some degree. Do you find it to be an advantage to you moving forward, or a disadvantage?
Well, you know, I think that my style of running, it's physical. I find ways to get yards after contact, and, you know, I think that's always going to be valuable at the next level, no matter how the game changes.
So, Andre, if people were throwing around Earl Campbell and Jim Brown your freshman year, it took you 4 years to become Earl Campbell and Jim Brown all rolled into one. What happened those first 3 years? Were you just underutilized?
I think we were going through a lot of structural changes, different coaching changes. You know, we were pass heavy in the past, and I think this year that what's changed most of all is just the leadership. And, you know, I think that the O-line has really just embraced the fact that BC is O-line U. You know, they play with the mean streak, and, you know, we wear teams down, and that's the style of play that we've been able to have success
Under a
with
new
this
head
year.
coach, obviously.
Yes, yes.
All right, Andre Williams.
Let me ask one last question.
Okay.
We have to ask about Florida State.
Oh.
You saw them up close and personal at your place.
Mm-hmm.
Are they easily, in your eyes, the best team in the country?
I don't think anyone can say definitively if Florida State is the best team in the country until they bring home a national title. I had the opportunity to play against them earlier in the season, and they were without a doubt a fast and talented team. They have a great quarterback who, you know, he's a redshirt freshman, and he's able to command his troops.
He is.
And they're successful. But until they bring home a national title, I can't say.
So are you saying you're not that impressed yet?
They're an impressive team, but best in the country, they have to have the title to say that.
Stephen A., you got another question for him before he gets out of here? Stephen A., can you hear?
Oh, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay.
What did you say?
I said, do you have another question for him before he gets out
No,
of here?
you're going in. I apologize. You're going in and out. I couldn't hear you. I'm good, man. Good. All I want to say to Dre is good luck,
Andre
my man.
Williams, he
Take care of yourself.
Take care of yourself. We appreciate you being here. We'll see you maybe at the Heisman Awards, correct?
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Good luck. We'll have more First Take after the break. Stick around, everyone.